Claire, I'm sorry about what my sister did today. Especially when today was supposed to be your day off work.
You don't have to be sorry, I'll be fine. I'm sure that you're also pretty burnt out now, right? Good work today.
I may feel burnt out a bit, but really I'm just tired of having to do so much work. When it comes to Holly, you could say that she's just a bit too pushy. I really don't like to think of her as my little sister, rather my older sister.
Well, you do let her push you around a lot, don't you? But that's not always a bad thing when it comes to you. However, I do think that you should learn a little bit from the way she's pushing you around all the time.
Oh, so now even you're going to say stuff like that to me. Am I really that much of a pussy?
I'm not calling you a pussy when I say that. You are very considerate of others, and it's easy to ask for your help with anything. But one could say that you can be a bit of a pushover at times. Like today, you really just let Holly get away with pushing you around a lot, right?
Well, you're not wrong for calling me that, and so I have nothing else to say. She asked me to come over because she just had that divorce and wanted some time to talk. Yet once again, the moment she was around us, she began to ask me to do things for her. I cannot believe it.
What things did she ask?
Well, about that, it's really hard for me to say. You know about how Holly has her own daughter now, right?
She's 2 years younger than our daughter, right? I really haven't met her daughter that much, nor seen pictures of her. What's going on with her?
Well, my sister asked that I start to take care of her daughter for a little while. And I said that was okay.
Huh? What are you saying? I'm having a hard time believing that.
I'm sorry. I'm sure that you don't want to believe anything I just said. You know how Holly is a single mother now after the divorce though, right? I just want to help her and her daughter out a little while she's busy handling that. And I'm not going to be caring for her daughter forever, okay?
What do you mean she's busy with other things, though? I'm sure that right now things are pretty tough for her after the divorce, but you and I already have a daughter we have to care for.
And I'm very aware of that, but Holly really does have a lot of things keeping her busy right now. So I just wanted to help her out a little with her daughter.
Even if you want to help her out, what are we going to do? You yourself have a job that you need to go to, and I have to focus on both chores and working a part-time job.
And that's why what I'm saying about helping her care for her daughter will only happen occasionally. Holly has to go to work herself now, but she has her daughter go to preschool for most of the day. But if her daughter was to have a fever or something, she can't go to school. And when an emergency like that comes up, we'll be there to help take care of her daughter while she works.
So what you're saying is that we will focus more on helping her than our own family?
Well, just for a bit. After all, it's not like our daughter and the chores here take much work, right? And since her and I are both adults now, we can afford and understand helping one another every so often.
Who was the one that said that?
She did. But we're all adults, and so we need to worry about one another when there's emergencies. She's my little sister as well, so this is a must for me.
I can see that you're trying to make a good reason for this, but to me it just seems like she's taken advantage of you again.
Well, that's, I'm sure that you have every right to call it that. But I'm being serious when I say that I'm worried about her right now after the divorce.
You really are an easy pushover. I'm not going to say that I'm opposed to what you want to do, but you should come to me about it first before making a decision.
Well, is this okay with you?
I can't tell you no now, right? At this point, she's already expecting us to help her, and we should be a little bit considerate of her because of the situation she's in. And as for your mom and dad, they live pretty far away, so asking them to help out would be rough. This will only happen occasionally, right?
Of course it will.
Well then, I'm fine with us taking care of her daughter every once in a long while. But just be sure that you are around more for our daughter as well, alright? She was really upset today because you weren't around to go out and play with her.
I knew she would be. I really messed up, didn't I?
Make sure that you're always putting most of your focus on this family, okay? I don't like to say this sort of thing, but even though she is your little sister, she has a world of her own now and isn't part of this household. So make sure you're here more often to show our daughter you still love her. If you're able to do that more often for her, then I'm fine offering some help to Holly.
Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make sure that our girl still knows I care about her. Claire, I'm out of work now. I'm absolutely exhausted from today.
Good work, Ryan. You'll be coming straight home now, right? I'll make sure to warm up your dinner and have it on the table for you.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have to go straight to preschool now once I'm in my car. So you can just leave dinner in the fridge for me and I'll warm it up when I get home.
You're going to the preschool right now?
That's right, I have to help with Holly. It seems that she's going to be out late for work again. So until she's out of work and back home, I'll be taking care of her daughter.
Wait, again? It's already been 2 times now this week that she's had to stay late.
Well, now that she's single again, she has to work harder to make enough money for herself and her daughter. I know for a fact that she's trying her best right now to make her life right again.
I can see that, but you told me before that it would only be on occasion that we have to watch her daughter for her. Yet last week you had to go out twice to get her daughter and watch her, and this week it's already been another 2 times. I'm starting to feel that there will be even more times this week than last.
I can see why you'd say that. But she never really knows what time she'll be getting home from work at. And right now she's been talking to her boss about getting more time off to be home for her daughter.
Really?
Yeah, and until that happens, she asked the preschool to take care of her daughter for longer periods of the day. But when that's not possible, I have to be here to get her daughter and watch over her. Right now, the price of having her daughter be cared for all day by the preschool is also a bit high. So I think that her daughter might just have to leave preschool earlier and be with me.
I really want to understand that, but
I feel that right now the things going on with my sister and her daughter are causing you guys a lot of stress. But you understand that things are tough for my sister right now, right? So please.
Fine, then I'll come over there and help you out. That way you and I can work together to help out with her daughter, right?
Huh? You don't have to come here, Claire. I don't want this to be a problem for you any more than it already is.
But I feel that if you continue to deal with her daughter all by yourself, she's going to continue to ask you to do more things for her, right?
And I'm sure that she will ask me to help with some other things.
Right? That's why this time I'll come over there and take care of her daughter in your place. I think that would be great for our daughter as well, to go and see another girl around her age.
No. You really do not have to do that. I told you that I cannot let this become any more of a problem for you both.
But not having you around this house for multiple days a week is a problem. Right now, your daughter has been really lonely because her dad is never home. And by having us there with you, it'll be easier to watch Holly's daughter, right?
I know that you guys doing that would make things easier for me, but I still think it's not a good idea.
Why, though? I just want to come over and watch my niece with you. Is it so bad to have me come over and be there to help you out?
That's not really what I'm worried about, though. I think that Holly would hate the idea of that.
What would she be so upset about if I came over to help out?
Well, to her, she feels as though you're like a real big sister to her. And she's told me so many times now that she doesn't want to cause any trouble for you. So that's why this whole time I've been the only one coming to her house to take care of her daughter.
I understand how she feels, but with the way things have been, I'm not seeing a happy future. I get that she's your sister and all, but just because of that doesn't mean you need to keep sacrificing your wife and your daughter for her. If you don't want to cause any more problems for me, then maybe you should tell her no and come back to us.
But even if that's what you'd like me to do, I told you, it's impossible for me to say no right now. I know that you think that I can just get up and do something like that, but please just understand me and let things be.
Fine. But this weekend, you better be back home with us all day, okay? Our daughter is going to be giving a speech as part of her school project.
I know about that. That'll take place in the morning, right? I'll have work off that day, so you won't have to worry about me missing it.
This is a real promise from you, right? Right now, our daughter wants to have you there to see her speech, and she won't stop talking about it. I know that what's been happening has been tough for you. But don't you use your sister's situation as an excuse to stab our own daughter in the back on her big day. Holly, I have something I'd like to talk with you about. Are you okay with talking to me for a little bit? I'm sorry if I'm interrupting you in the middle of your workday. No, I just started my break, so this is the perfect timing to talk. And actually, it's really rare for you to ever contact me about anything. Did something happen that I need to know about? Well, right now, things are pretty tough for you over there, and so me saying something like this might not be okay of me, but, well, I have some things to talk to you about regarding your daughter. You probably know what that kind of stuff entails, right? You want to talk about my daughter? Wait, why would you want to talk about her? I'm sorry, but I have no clue what you're talking about that includes her. Well, then I'm going to spill it all out for you, okay? I'd really like it if you stopped asking my husband to help you care for your daughter so often. He has a family with his wife and daughter here as well that he needs to be around with. And having you ask him over and over each week to help you out is starting to become a problem over here. I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Since when have I been asking Ryan to help me with my daughter? I'm really sorry, but I don't even know what all of that means. With what's been going on, you playing stupid is not going to fly, okay? Last week alone, you asked my husband to go over and babysit your daughter, right? And because of that, he never ended up coming to my daughter's speech that she had on the weekend. Do you not see how you always using him has really stressed my family out? Huh? Can you stop trying to joke around with me? I have never had my brother take care of my daughter for me. I may be single now after the divorce and have a lot on my plate involving my daughter, but I've been handling it all on my own. What are you talking about? Just a little bit ago, you asked my husband to go over to your house and watch your daughter, right? Are you really telling me that all of that doesn't ring any bells for you? He was just over there last night. But I'm telling you that I haven't ever had to ask him to watch her. Saying that he was here 3 times last week and how he was over last night, I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't even seen my brother in over 6 months now, Claire. So how has he been watching my daughter when I've known nothing about him? What? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I told him about the time when I was getting divorced and all that, but during that time he was busy with work and being around you guys, right? And so that's why I stopped talking to him after that. He never even got back to me about what I should do after the divorce, and I was left to fend for myself. But he told me that you asked him a bunch to go over and watch your daughter while you had other things going on. I told you just a second ago. Ryan has you guys now and doesn't worry about me. And I wasn't ever trying to get in the way of your guys' lives. I have friends of my own now around the neighborhood, so if I need someone to help me, I'll ask them. I see. Holly, I'm sorry for being so upset with you over something I didn't know well enough about. I should never have doubted what you said to me. So, my brother has been telling you all these things then? Well, I'd be worried as well if I had a husband telling me all of that. I'm not going to worry about what just happened. Thank you, Holly. But there's another issue now. What the hell has my brother been doing if not here taking care of my daughter? He's been lying to you so that he can stay out of the house for some reason, right? Yeah, it seems that way now. Claire, I'm sure you're not going to want to do something like this, but I think it's best that you take a look through his bags or his smartphone to see what he's been up to. And if you can do it with secrecy, try putting a GPS app on his phone that you can track to see where he's been going. So what you're meaning by that is that my husband could be cheating on me? That's a possibility, right? He has been lying to you to get out more, so I think that's a good enough reason to believe he's probably having an affair. After all, I've had that done to me by my ex before, so I know how it all goes down. And that's why you guys got a divorce? I'm so sorry. I've made you remember some things that I'm sure you wanted to forget. No worries. The only ones that ever did anything wrong were those that had the affair. So I'm sure that you don't want to dig into his lies any further, but you're going to have to do what you've got to do. And if you can get a lot of evidence of him having an affair now, later on will be a lot easier for you. Even if you don't want to have a divorce in the end, it'll be a whole lot better for you and your daughter if Ryan is gone. Thank you for the advice, Holly. You are completely right, though. I have to do all of this for myself and my daughter as well. But if it turns out he's not cheating on you, then things will be a lot less stressful, right? Well, if you have any problems or questions, don't be afraid to tell me. I'm a mother just like you now, so I want to be here to support you. Thank you so much, Holly. Ryan, are you not coming home again tonight? Our daughter's gone to sleep and all now, but...
I'm so sorry about that. Holly still hasn't come home from work yet, and I can't just leave my niece here all by herself now, right? So I think I'll have to stay the night here again tonight.
I see. That's too bad. Staying the night with your niece at a hotel is pretty dang tough.
Huh? A hotel? The hell are you going on about?
You know what I'm talking about right now are facts, right? I mean, right now my phone is showing that you're at a hotel.
Your phone's showing you that? The actual heck is going on right now? I literally don't know how to follow what you're saying, Claire.
I had hidden all of this from you, but I had a GPS app installed on your phone so that I could track where you were going. Your sister asked me to do that. She made sure to let me know that it's best I get a lot of evidence of you cheating on me.
A GPS app? You're joking, right? Because, Claire, even though you and I are married, that's a bit... That right there is you crossing the line.
And you lying by saying that you were helping your sister by watching her daughter when you were really out having an affair is you crossing the line. Unless you think that cheating is totally acceptable when you're already married.
No, that's not what I meant by that. Anyway, what do you mean I'm having an affair? I'm not sleeping with any other women besides you.
Then why are you at a hotel at this time of night? I know that you're not watching after Holly's kids, so what are you doing there?
That's, I think there was some kind of error with your app that made it look like I was at a hotel. I'm telling you, I'm at my sister's house right now watching her daughter.
Really?
I'm serious. You already know about me, right? I'm a complete pushover when it comes to being asked for help. So why would I ever be having an affair when I have to help my sister?
But that doesn't make sense because both Holly and her daughter are at home with me. So how the flippin' hell are you watching over her daughter right now?
What? You're telling me they're with you?
That's right. When I found out that you were in a hotel, I called her and asked both of them to come here. If you don't believe me, would you like me to send you a picture of them? Holly is completely pissed off at you right now.
You're lying, right? Why would this happen? You've been doubting me this whole time?
I want to ask why you thought I'd never find out about this. You should have known that the moment I talked to Holly, she'd tell me the truth, right?
Well, I assumed that you and her weren't that close to one another. So I just thought you'd never talk to one another about this. Normally, you never talk to her, right?
Normally? But right now, things have been anything but normal for all of us. Did you think I'd stay quiet after you never showed to your daughter's speech?
This is awful. This means you're not thinking about divorce, right? When talking about having an affair, this was only my first time. And look, having an affair is something a lot of guys do at least once, right? So you shouldn't be too upset about me doing it one time.
I have heard people say that about men a lot, actually. And when you have a wife that can turn the other way when her husband does that, she is the real deal.
Right? An amazing wife for letting that happen. I'm glad you understand that. I was thinking I'd be so screwed for a second there.
But that has nothing to do with the kind of wife I am.
Huh? What the hell are you saying, Claire? You're not gonna forgive me for something like this?
If you're saying that having affairs is something all men do, then it's my job as a woman to make sure that my children are safe. And since you think that having fun with another woman is more important than your own daughter, I don't need you.
Are you being freaking serious right now? She's still in preschool, right? Do you not understand how hard it will be for you to raise her all on your own?
I think I'd prefer a life raising her on my own over being married to a man that doesn't love his family. But I'd rather have the struggle of being a single mother as long as my daughter doesn't have to worry about a cheating man being her father. If you understand how I feel, then get lost, Ryan. I will never be around to look after a man that thinks he can get away with cheating. After that, I gathered all the evidence of Ryan having an affair that I had and got divorced from him like Holly suggested. Because of all that hard evidence that I had, I was able to get a settlement from Ryan, full custody of my daughter, and he had to pay child support every month as well. And because what had happened to me was the same as what had happened with Holly, her and I became great friends that supported one another. I'm sure that if it wasn't for her being there back then to help me out, I would have never had the spirits to find that evidence and get rid of Ryan, and would still be stuck with him thinking about how he was sleeping with another woman. And even though I'm a single mother and no longer have Ryan around, I still make sure that when I have days off, I'm around my daughter all day and play with her nonstop. It is a really unfortunate thing that Ryan had cheated on me and totally forgot about our daughter, but because this all happened when she was still young, she'll never really have to remember him as being her father, and I am so thankful.